The Mavericks fall to the Golden State Warriors and lose Anthony Davis to injury in the process. We'll break it all down coming up next on the DLLS Mavs postgame show. Welcome to the DLLS Mavs postgame show powered by Game Time and Michelob Ultra. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code DLLS for $20 off your first purchase. And Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the NBA. Kevin Gray alongside our DLLS Mavs analyst Bobby Corella, our national NBA insider Mark Stein, and our DLLS Mavs beat writer Ron Harrod Jr. We are DLLS Mavs, even in reverse order, here on the postgame show as the Mavericks fall to Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors 126-116 as the Mavericks drop, just like Ron did there, their fifth straight game on the road as they fall to 12-20 on the season, 3-11 away from the American Airlines Center. We'll break it all down here for you over the course of the next hour. Really appreciate you joining us here and spending some time with us here on your Christmas Day on DLLS Sports as Anthony Davis left tonight's game with 8:50 left in the second quarter with what was termed as right groin spasms and did not return to tonight's action as Cooper Flagg leads the Mavericks with 27 points. Brandon Williams with 26. Stephen Curry leading 7 Golden State Warriors in double figures with 23 points. Bobby Corella, your big takeaway from tonight is?
My big takeaway from today's game is that Mark Stein looks absolutely ravishing. You look great. You look festive. You're celebrating a team that is well loved by all coworkers here at DLLS, especially Kevin Gray.
Luke Byrne insisted that I wear my Christmas sweater, even though the weather out here is frightful. Absolutely frightful. 80 degrees. Second hottest Christmas on record in the city of Dallas.
High chance that the hoodie comes off.
Should never be 80 degrees on Christmas. 82 is the record. It was 80 today. But I wore my city Christmas jumper anyway.
No, it was a great choice.
Probably the best thing you can say about tonight.
Well, Brandon Williams, that's my big takeaway. Brandon Williams, good game off the bench. No, yeah, I mean, we have to start with AD. We got to start with AD. He, over the last 6 games was fantastic. We were glazing him pretty hard on the last postgame show, rightfully so. Sure. He's been phenomenal pretty much since coming back. He's had a couple games where the shot wasn't falling or whatever. He got off to a slow start, but it's been a lot of 20 and 10s and sometimes 25 and 15s. And then early in the second quarter, he's running the floor and then he stops running. And he sits right down on the bench, starts doing some stretches, and then during the break goes to the locker room and does not return. And now we're left hoping Mark Stein has some answers for us about his availability. Whether it's in the next game or in the next month, we have no idea. We'll see. But, that is unfortunately.
There is no update. Jason Kidd said there's no update beyond what we already know. The reaction, it was similar to last season. I mean, it looked like the same kind of reactions we saw with the adductor injury, but the difference is this is on the right side. Last season, I believe it was left adductor.
It was on the left, yeah.
It was left. And this season, it definitely was a left calf strain. Mm-hmm. So you could just see the way he stopped. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to be less alarmist than most.
Yeah, me too. I mean, we'll see. Like, I'm not
even it does to me. Like my initial, again, it would help to know the firm diagnosis. Like the messaging out of the game was they held him out for an abundance of caution. If it is really that, and AD is playing Saturday night, Saturday afternoon, then you can believe that they held him out for an abundance of caution. You know, history would suggest that he's not going to make it back that quick. If we remember, he was initially listed as out for a game or two, and it ended up being 14 games.
That's right.
With the calf strain. So, again, it's hard to really speak about it with authority when we don't know the extent of the diagnosis. But look, I'm going to push back on oh my God, like this changes everything. Like the whole league knows this is possible. Any team that would be interested in trading for Anthony Davis knows this was possible. So it's like, I don't think it like changes everything, which is, I'm sure, going to be a lot of the gut reaction that we hear. And no one has to agree with me. You guys can all disagree with me. Chat can disagree with me. Anyone should see this the way they want to see it. I can only speak for me. If the Mavs called me and asked my advice, I still wouldn't change my approach. Next season, the Dallas Mavericks have no choice. They have to be good. And I'm not trading Anthony Davis unless I get back a package that I'm convinced can help Cooper Flagg and this team win next season. If this injury rules out a trade completely, the approach I would adopt if I were the Mavericks is we need to take a long-term view here and figure out, can we get AD to a point? Can we figure out a minutes distribution, a workload distribution? Can we get specialists to look at him to try to get him on the court for 55 to 60 games, but most importantly for the playoffs? Because next season, he can help Cooper Flagg. My sense is he can, underline can. I'm not going to say he will. I'm not going to go out on a limb and make the prediction of how many games he's going to play. But he's shown here, you've seen how well he has played alongside Cooper Flagg. And I don't even want to think about trading him until I know I can get something that is going to help Cooper Flagg as much as AD can when he's at his best.
Well, I would like to lay out the situation here a little bit. So this was with like 8 or 9 minutes left in the second quarter. He had already played 11 of the game's first 15 minutes. The Mavs have played, this was their fourth game in the last 6 days, their third game in the last 4 days. He had played 103 minutes combined in the previous 3, including both ends of a back-to-back, including with travel.
Exactly. You are speaking to everything.
It's a lot of minutes, man. It's a lot of minutes.
Is he playing too much? Do they have to dial that back? Minutes. Do they have to apportion his minutes in a different way to maximize him? These are the things, if I'm the Mavericks, that I'm studying and thinking about. Because like to me, the trade offers, like, obviously this is going to be everyone's worst fear. He can't stay on the floor. Like, I just don't think between now and February 5th, the Mavs are going to like the sound of those trade offers. There's just, I'm very skeptical that they're going to get offered something that they say, yes, we got to jump on that. And if that's not the case, if you don't get an offer that you like, you have to try to as best you can to come up with, how do we maximize Anthony Davis on this roster? They've already made a trade 10 months ago. We all wish we could undo. It can't be undone. There's no time machine. Like, to me, they just have to be very strategic from here. Is there a time machine? Is that why you're laughing?
No, I'm laughing because someone in chat made a funny comment. But I think that's almost spinning it forward too much.
Yeah,
because the deadline is a month and a half away.
Maybe I am. Like I said, if he plays Saturday, I definitely am. Like, we don't know how bad this is.
Whether he's back or not, he got hurt again. He gets hurt a lot.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's, to me, I don't know what to say, to be honest. Like, the idea of trying to have to manage him as he gets older, he'll be 33 in March. His injury history is storied. I would think, naturally, this is not going to get better as far as the amount of injuries and the frequency of the injuries that he's going to continue to have. And he's on a $175 million contract extension right now. I can't rely on him. Like the idea of I want to pair Anthony Davis with Cooper Flagg and maybe a trio with Kyrie Irving, there's no evidence since he's been in a Mavericks uniform that you can rely on him to be on the floor for consistent stretches enough time for that to even develop. I can't be in that business. Like, how much longer do I as an organization have to continue to spin the wheels of, will AD be available enough for us to be able to have a roadmap to be able to determine what we can do with Cooper Flagg?
And look, I totally get that perspective, and I'm sure a lot of people share it. But I remember covering Grant Hill, who just went through injury after injury after injury after injury. And then when they got to Phoenix, the Phoenix training staff found a way to help him stay on the floor. And so I'm just saying, if the choice is work on finding a way to maximize the AD you have, or take a bad trade offer just for the sake of moving off of AD, I'm opting for let's keep trying to figure the AD thing out.
And I've consistently said you don't take an offer for an offer's sake. Like, you try to extract as much as you can when it comes to Anthony Davis. The question I will always retort with is, how good of an offer can you expect for a player at this stage in his career who continues to get injured and there's no consistency about his availability on the floor? What can you even expect to get back?
I to me, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be worth.
So how does that improve? So I guess my next question would be, how does that improve going forward as he gets older and gets more expensive?
I think the only way it would have improved is if he came back his last 10 games or so, the numbers have been good.
Sure.
Could he have gone through the deadline without issues, and then maybe someone talks themselves into it close to the deadline and said, you know what? He's had a good 6 to 8 weeks. Let's go for it.
Sure.
That to me, today that is likely not, that's hard to envision after today. Again, we have to know, we don't know the severity of the injury. So on one level, we're jumping ahead and speaking out of school. But like someone saying, this isn't hopium. Like, they made the trade, like, that I never, ever, ever, ever would have made. But like, they made that trade. Like, don't just rush out and make another bad one because vibes, we can move on. It's not over. It's not going to be over. Even if they trade AD by February, it's not going to be over. Luka Doncic hasn't even started winning championships yet. It's not going to be over if they just make that trade. That, like, 77 stages of grief. I don't just keep throwing that line out because it was a rare, decent one that I came up with. It's because it's true. There are, as they say on the show, there are levels to this. Like you can't rush trying to let's move past it. Cause I don't think it's going to be that easy. So all I'm saying is, instead of just reacting, emotionally and saying, we got to end the AD era right now. It has to be the right move. That's all I'm saying. It has to, a strategic, reasoned, cool-headed approach is the one that I would want to muster
for the people that work for the team. Yeah, but for fans, it's annoying as hell, dude. It's just annoying.
And I'm annoyed too. Again, I feel the pain. But what I'm saying is, I think there's this sentiment that if they could just trade him, now we really move on. No, unless it's a good trade. Again, if something presents itself that clearly helps Cooper Flagg next season, okay, then that's a different conversation. But we have seen, there have been good moments with AD and Cooper Flagg together. Can they find a pathway to get them on the court together more often? As you were reciting all those numbers, maybe it's too much. Maybe they have to scale it back. Maybe they have to play him only 30 minutes a game. Maybe they have to sit him some back-to-backs. Maybe they have to be more strategic about it. That's
my bold prediction on that question is no. They can't figure it out.
And the other
bold prediction.
And the other part about that strategy is if you're having to manage him that much, how much winning can you realistically expect to do if you have to have
it's about making it to the playoffs.
This season, winning doesn't help them anyway. So this is the perfect time to spend the rest of the season doing this, because
the mic.
This is the perfect season to do this strategic searching, experimentation, brainstorming, whatever term you want to use, because that's again when the first thing I said was I'm probably not going to be as alarmist as some might want me to be, because again, losing actually does help the Dallas Mavericks this season. They need to be in the lottery. So if AD misses some time, like, it's bad from the perspective of obviously that trade offer that people are dreaming of. It reduces the chances of that coming in between now and February 5th. But I would submit it probably wasn't coming in anyway. And they need to be, this team needs to get to the lottery in May. And if this somehow helps them get to the lottery, like, again, I am not going to say silver lining, because there are no silver linings right now. This is 1 year ago today, Luka Doncic played the last game he ever played in a Mavericks uniform, and it sucks. Like, it just, we don't even know what's going on in that Laker game, but like,
now it's cool.
It's bad for Mavs fans. I mean, the first line of my lead is Christmas Day is often the merriest day of the year, but for the Dallas Mavericks fans, it's become a source of frustration.
And let's pick up.
And like, that's just the first. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm saying let's pick up on that the other side of the break. Let's pick up on the other side of the break. Let's take
Merry
our first
Christmas.
Let's take our first break here on the DLLS Mavs post game. So appreciate you bearing with me. Let's take our first break, and when we come back, we'll dive more into that as the Mavericks fall to the Golden State Warriors on the road on Christmas Day. We'll do that next.
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. Folks, if you don't know by now how Prize Picks works, shame on you. But let me explain it to you if you don't. On Prize Picks, you choose between 2 and 6 players of any sport or really any activity. It's not just basketball. It could be football, baseball, hockey, men's sports, women's sports, pro, college, anything, even esports on there. And you choose whether that player will record more or less than their projected stats. That could be points, rebounds, assists, all 3, blocks, steals, three-pointers made, anything. And Prize Picks also allows you the opportunity to do what's called a stack, where you can choose multiple stats for one player. So like Steph Curry points plus threes, or Cooper Flagg dunks plus rebounds. You can do that on Prize Picks, and obviously the more you pick, the more you win. If you want to play along, download the Prize Picks app today. Create a new account. Use promo code DLLS whenever you make your first $5 lineup, and your account will be gifted with $50 to use on lineups anytime you like. You can stack that cash on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right.
And while the Cowboys defense might be a little stinky and they might let you down, you know who won't. It will be Qualys Roofing. With over 700 5-star reviews and an average rating of 4.9, Qualys Roofing is one of the most trusted names in roofing across North Texas. And also, you want to support a Texan? Support Qualys Roofing. Whether it's your home or your business, Qualys Roofing has you covered, literally. They specialize in both residential and commercial roofing projects. Based right here in North Texas, Qualys isn't some storm-chasing, fly-by-the-night crew. They're local, experienced, and committed to doing things the right way. Mention DLLS when you call in. It truly helps our show. Call or go online to schedule your free roof inspection, and don't forget to ask about your free grill. Visit QualisGC.com or just search Qualis Roofing and Construction. That's QUALIS, or call 817-500-9008 and get started today.
Mavericks fall on the road to the Golden State Warriors 126-116 as they lose their 5th straight on the road. They'll continue their road trip on Saturday when they take on the Sacramento Kings. We're getting into, obviously, the lead story from tonight's game. Anthony Davis leaving tonight's game with 8:50 left in the second quarter with what was deemed as right groin spasms. Did not return to tonight's game. The Mavericks held him out of an abundance of caution for Anthony Davis. We will see if there's any other additional reports as our show goes on, as we're with you here for the next 45 minutes or so on tonight's program.
Yeah, just before we get to the super chats, I was just following up on what Ron talked about, what he's written about, his story that's on the site, post-game coverage. It's like I had the same thought. You know what? After these last couple Christmases, maybe it wouldn't be so bad for the Mavericks of Dallas to stay home next Christmas and not play, but they got Cooper Flagg on their team.
I think it'd be great. I would love to stay home on Christmas.
This is not going to be the last time the Mavericks are on the Christmas Day schedule. So, especially when the young man, again, found a way to bring it today. So, I think it would, again, it's 1 year. Do you see our pal Sarah tweeted? She actually was sitting last season in the AAC.
Ugh.
Like she had just an incredible camera view of what happened when Luka got hurt. She tweeted that footage today, and you're just like, man, that was the last time he ever played as a Dallas Maverick. We are almost 11 months removed from this trade, and it still just boggles the mind. You still just cannot believe it.
Yeah, I mean, the organization has obviously lucked out by getting the number 1 overall pick in Cooper Flagg and being able to, lessen some of the sting of what was the trade, back on February 1st. But at the same time, the principle of the trade, unfortunately, has not consistently found himself on the floor. When he has, like we talked about in the game against Denver after that game, when he has been on the floor, he has been phenomenal. The question is, how much more can you ride the roller coaster of if and when and how long Anthony Davis will be on the floor?
And like I said, to me, this is just me. I see people in the chat disagree with me, and I totally get it. I totally get that frustration is just bubbling up anew. And if the diagnosis is extended missed time, it's just everyone's going to get even madder about it. But the fact of this season is, if AD misses time right now and it leads to losing, that is not a terrible thing for the Mavericks. They don't have to do this by February. They can take this into the offseason, be more reasoned about it, and you can trade AD in the offseason. You don't if you are in the camp that says we have to trade AD before next season and I will accept no other outcome, it's your prerogative if you want to take that approach. But you can also do this in the offseason. It doesn't need to be done between now and February 5th. Maybe in the offseason, there are more options. Maybe in the offseason, there's a big trade sweepstakes involving some other big name with a big contract, and the Mavs could get involved in that deal because of AD's massive salary. There is more optionality in May, June, and July than there would be now. So all I'm saying is this doesn't have to be decided by February 5th. Now, if an offer comes in between now and February 5th that the Mavs like, then that's a different conversation. I'm just saying I don't think today's outcome, and if it leads to any kind of absence that has to be put in a press release, that's probably not going to help the situation in terms of generating that offer that people are dreaming of.
And we don't obviously know further yet on the severity of the injury. Could it be a strain? We have no idea. So we will wait until we get more information with respect to that. Ron, let's touch on, obviously, the lead of your story from tonight's game and your biggest takeaway from what happened tonight.
Yeah. Jason Kidd said that there is no update on Davis's right on the groin spasm. That's what Mike Curtis tweeted. He said that instantly after the game.
Mike Curtis is everywhere.
Yeah, so he tweeted that. So there is, again, no update right now. It is right groin spasm. That's what he said on the broadcast. What the Mavs tweeted. We understand that's the injury right now. It just was devastating. I mean, Anthony Davis has done everything to get on the court for this team and to play throughout his career, and it just seems like the injury bug just keeps biting him throughout his body. It feels like it's the left leg, it's the right leg, it's the back. It's throughout his career, he's had so many different ailments that have put him out for so long. And it seems like whatever he does, things happen. I mean, the man is literally just running down the court. It's just a non-contact groin injury. This is not even something you necessarily even see all the time in the league. Kind of while the calf injuries are the rave of the injuries in the league, Anthony Davis, who has had a calf injury this season, doesn't hurt his calf. He now hurts his groin. It's just he just can't escape that. And that's the toughest part about watching him, is that we were just talking, even early in the game, man, he's on a heater. I mean, it feels like he's getting 30 points and 15 rebounds every single game now. And then, of course, after playing so many games over the last, 14 days, this happened. So I'm just interested to see kind of what happens, and are they going to be more cautious, or is he going to play within the next 7 days?
Aside from just Anthony Davis obviously getting injured in this game, the Mavericks, who did get a really nice game from Cooper Flagg, Brandon Williams had 26 points in this game. Some of the other numbers from tonight's game were rather abysmal when you look, especially from the three-point line. The Mavericks went 4-14 from the three-point line at a 28.6% clip. the Golden State Warriors made as many threes as the Mavericks took tonight. 14 made threes for Golden State on 50 attempts. They actually shot worse than the Mavericks overall, going 14 of 50 from downtown. But when you play the math game like the Warriors do, where they lead the NBA in terms of the amount of points that they score from the three-point line from a percentage standpoint, the Mavericks lost the math game tonight. Other numbers in this game, Mavericks missed 7 free throws, going 14 to 21 from the free throw line. And with that, they had an offensive rating of what would be deemed 109.2, depending on the site that you're choosing to look at when it comes to the game.
It just isn't. I think it's almost like an under-exaggeration to call it the math game. They took, 14, you said?
The Mavericks took...
They took 14?
They took 14.
Dude, if you took 14 threes in a game 20 years ago, they were like, all right, are you going to start shooting threes or not? Like, yeah. 14 is just criminally low, dude. And Steph shot it really poorly, and the Warriors as a team did. You see, they were 28.6% from three. Or 28%. Sorry, the Mavs were 28.6. If the Warriors would have shot like 35%, this would have been a 30-point blowout.
Yep.
Yep. It is really, really hard to score if you're only taking 14 threes in a game. I mean, the Mavs were literally taking 25 threes more than 20 years ago in a game. Coming into this one, so including tonight's game, actually. So over the last 8 games, the Mavs have made more than 10 threes one time in their last 8 games. Now, miraculously, they're 4-4 in those games with wins over Houston and Denver and the Pistons.
Yeah.
Mind you. But Sacramento is dead last in the league in threes made per game at 10.6. So over their last 8 games, the Mavs have made more than the last place team in threes one time.
Oh, boy.
In the last 8 games. And if you do that for 82 games, you're going to lose a lot. And obviously, Kyrie's a great shooter. He's out. AD is not a shooter. So him getting hurt, if anything, should encourage them to take more threes.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
It's a real problem. It's a real problem.
PJ Washington wound up with a double-double in this game with 14 points, 10 rebounds. Klay Thompson tonight was 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 4 from downtown. Max Christie was 1 of 2 from the three-point line. Cooper Flagg made a three-pointer. Those are the extent of the threes that were made tonight. Brandon Williams had the other one going 1 of 1. He actually went 9 of 12 from the field in an efficient night. But as one chatter said, the Warriors had a layup line, especially in the third quarter.
How many players do you think actually played well in this game?
Actually played well in this game?
Brandon Williams and Coop.
Those are my only 2 players, I would say.
Yeah, from a statistical
like a B or above.
Yeah, I mean, Cooper Flagg and Brandon Williams, even though Brandon Williams' 26 points came at the expense of a minus 17 in the 29 minutes.
Maybe only Coop. But Brandon was good. I mean, that wasn't his fault that no one could guard and no one else could score. He was on the floor. That's why even though, I'm not going to say he was playing amazing defense, but like no one else besides Coop was helping him. He was on the floor.
I mean, Nimhard was in foul trouble all game.
Yeah, he was in foul trouble early. Yep.
So
PJ statistically was good, but
Dude,
PJ Washington was not good.
Man.
He was not good.
Bad.
I'm going to tell you this right now. PJ Washington was 7 of 12 from the field. He was not a good player.
Had a turnover on an inbounds pass that was inexcusable.
He's committed 20 bad pass turnovers this season.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And he's the Mavs trigger man.
Wow.
Yeah, that's unreal, man.
He's the Mavs trigger man. He's turned it over on inbounds.
Like, he was over it.
He's turned it over like 3 times this week on inbounds pass.
Yeah,
like, he's just not that guy. Your a note about the points of the paint thing. So in the third quarter, obviously by then AD had been ruled out. It was understood he's not coming back. The Mavs break the huddle to start the third quarter with no big. So Gafford is coming off the bench still. In the third quarter, he played 3 minutes and 26 seconds, that being Gafford. Golden State had 22 points in the paint in the third quarter.
Jeez.
22. And they would have had – the Mavs actually outscored them in the third, 31-29. But that's because Steph missed about 42 wide-open three-pointers.
That's right, yes.
Again, if this would have just been a normal three-point shooting game, the Mavs would have gotten routed. But, looking forward, if AD is out, that means you have to play Gafford more. But that dude is barely in condition to take the floor right now in any way.
Yeah.
Like for 1 second. So it's going to be a lot of Dwight. Musa Cisse, reset that games counter, buddy. Like we're gonna need you.
Yeah, the Mavericks ruled him out. Of course, they're trying to save his games.
What they can't be doing is allowing a lot of points in the paint and not shooting any threes.
It can't be
because
both.
then that spells doom.
That's really bad math at that
what
point.
Was it?
That's bad D and bad O.
Yeah,
and then you go OMG. That's Doomga.
They had a 116 defensive rating at the Mavericks and only a 109 offensive rating.
Yeah, like
a
109 offensive rating is not gonna get it done. Like, it's just not. The game, as we take our next break here, the game flipped really in the first quarter. So the Warriors led by 3 at 27-24 with 2:47 left. Then 85-year-old Al Horford decided to light it up Steph Curry style.
He brought it
from
tonight.
the 3-point line.
That was the Al Horford they've been waiting for.
Yes.
For 30 games.
Yeah, he wound up going 4 from 4 from downtown in that first quarter for 12 points.
Guys have a way of showing up
did
against
the
the
Mavs
Mavs.
make-
Did the Mavs make 4 threes?
They
only made
threes
4.
as Al Horford made in the first
It
quarter.
took till the very end, but they did get there.
But you
Yeah.
know, part of that too is, I mean, I hate to say it as one of Ryan Nebhard's hugest
Foul
fans.
trouble.
Don't even. All right. Do we have to go to
Go to
break?
break. Go to 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 break.
Don't do this to me, Mark.
Get me out of here.
Let's take our next break here. On the
Let's go to break.
Mavs postgame show. When we come back, we'll get into Ron's review and more reaction as Anthony Davis left tonight's game with injury as the Mavericks fall for their 5th straight road loss. All that more coming up next. So I just had my holiday party, and my folks raved about the fantastic food that I had. Had some New York strip steaks, had some shrimp, had some fantastic garlic bread, and I told them you can get all of this quality food at Wild Fork Foods Premium with their meat and seafood market. I'm telling you, my location is the Wiley location. That's the closest one. I live out in Rockwall, as I'm doxing my where I live at, apparently. But the Wiley location is fantastic. They've got everything that you need, from seafood to steaks, everything that you need. You got sides as well, so you can fit out your meal with exactly what you need. And if you're looking for delivery options, you can go to wildforkfoods.com. They'll take care of you. Just place your order, and they'll be able to get it to you when you're ready. Again, wildforkfoods.com with their meat and seafood market. Best New York strip steak I've had. It's flash frozen, so it's fresh anytime that you open it. Again, check out wildforkfoods.com for your best meat and seafood market in the game today. Shout out to Wild Fork Foods.
Well, if you're anything like me, you might be a little clumsy, you might be a little forgetful, and you're probably always on the go. And if you're anything like me, sometimes you might forget your sunglasses, or drop them, or break them. First off, Shady Rays sunglasses are durable. I wouldn't recommend throwing them on the ground like I just did, but you're going to be fine. What I also wouldn't recommend is losing them. But if you get Shady Rays, if you ever lose them or break them even on day one, Shady Rays will send you a brand new pair, no guilt trip, just replacements. It is the best eyewear protection in the game. These shades are seriously good looking. They're durable. They're built to last. They're built for people like you and me that are always on the go, whether you're playing disc golf or you're just a lazy snoozing someone that just needs to sit outside and soak in these 85-degree rays on Christmas Day. We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to shadyrays.com and use code DLLS35 for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people today.
Thank you so much for spending some time with us here on your Christmas Day here on the DLLS Mavs postgame shows. The Mavericks fall 126-116 on the road to the Golden State Warriors as they kick off their 3-game West Coast road trip 0-1. They'll be in Sacramento on Saturday afternoon to Bobby's Delight at 4 p.m. When they take on the Sacramento Kings.
The one game I'm not here for.
That's right.
Dang.
That's right.
Respectable
You're
tip-off
off?
time. Yep. That's a tip-off time for normal human beings.
It is.
Especially
But
on
I will not
Saturday
be
afternoon.
here. Yeah.
Especially on Saturday afternoon.
I hope you all enjoy it.
More reaction to tonight's game as Cooper Flagg. Check this out. This was a really cool note, actually, from Mavs PR on the night that Cooper Flagg had with the 27 points and the 6 rebounds, 5 assists that he had. Cooper Flagg becoming the first rookie since Pete Maravich to record a 25-5 and 5 game on Christmas Day and join Pistol Pete and Oscar Robertson overall as the only rookies to do so on Christmas. So
that one is even too esoteric for me. I'm not gonna lie. But I respect it.
I mean,
I respect it.
anytime you can put
Random
your name
stats.
alongside Pistol Pete and Oscar Robertson for anything of significance, it's pretty dope. So congrats to Cooper Flagg, who continues to be really good here in the month of December. But obviously, everyone will continue to talk about and discuss, especially until we get the official update on Anthony Davis's availability for the rest of this road trip. What is next as the Mavericks, who dropped to 12-20, fall a full game now behind the Portland Trailblazers for the 10th and final spot in the Western Conference as far as the play is concerned. What's next? That's where we turn to Ron's review. What you got?
Yeah, well, on a positive note, everybody, Cooper Flagg, as we see on the left side of the screen or whatever side you're looking at, really good player. And actually, while the Rookie of the Year race is close, I think Cooper Flagg in these type of games, national television game, with everyone watching, including the voters, it's like, oh, that guy's probably the Rookie of the Year. We all know he's the favorite, but his former Duke teammate is, it's a really close race. But Cooper Flagg over the last month, what he's been doing, he showed he's a true alpha. He's a true number one. And again, games like this on national television is how you win the Rookie of the Year. It's just how it works. It always has been. And I think games like this are going to help him get the award. And that can be a silver lining in a season where the Mavs more than likely will not make the playoffs. At least you'll have someone that's received the Rookie of the Year trophy. And then hopefully Cooper Flagg will get his J-Dub or his Robin, in this upcoming draft. So while the season, might not be going like maybe some people thought with a lot of injuries, you might have the Rookie of the Year, and you might be able to get him his Robin in one of the deepest draft classes that some scouts say since 2003.
And look, I want to emphasize, like, that, even that is going to be a long shot. Like, I don't want to make it sound like it's likely, but the Mavs just have to get in the lottery just to have the possibility.
Yeah.
Like, this is a franchise that has only moved up once in its 45 years of existence. So to expect it to happen in 2 straight lotteries, that is hopium, okay? But I'd rather at least see the Mavs get in the lottery and give themselves that chance, because as we've been talking about now for weeks, with the flattened lottery odds, it does at least give you a chance. There have been 7 years of the current lottery system. 7 years. Teams in the 5 through 9 spots, 5th through the 9th worst record. So not even the lead tankers. 5th through 9th. I mean, even getting to 9th might be challenging this season, but if the Mavs lose enough, they could end up with a 9th worst record. Teams 5 through 9 in the last 7 lotteries, 12 of 35 have moved into the top 4.
It's good.
All better than 33%. So it's like, if I'm the Mavs, I want to at least have that chance. And if you is that Johnny Reed? If you win the lottery, hey, celebrate and love every second of it. If it happens again, I mean, I can't even say the sentence. I mean, to think of winning it 2 times in a row. I mean, it's
going to happen.
But and you said that the Mavs only moved it once, right? In the history of the franchise.
In the history of the franchise, May was the only time that the Mavs have ever moved up even 1 spot.
But that might mean that the luck is coming around, though.
But what I'm saying is, if you can get to between 5 and 9, we've seen those teams tend to move up. The Mavs won the lottery from 11. The Hawks won the previous lottery from 10. At least give yourself the chance.
San Antonio, Wemby. San Antonio just moved up to number 2 last year.
Yeah.
And again, the Mavs only moved up once.
Realistically, it ain't going to happen. But I would, if I'm the Mavs, I at least want the chance to test my luck 2 years in a row.
Well, regardless of whether or not you get yourself in the lottery or find yourself even get into the lottery, get into the top 5,
It'll be in the lottery.
The decision on what this roster looks like going forward is the biggest challenge for them, because you've got an expensive tax bill coming. You've got decisions on over 35 Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving coming back from a torn ACL, and more importantly, the best defensive player and overall best player. I know Cooper Flagg is hot on his tail when it comes to how good he is. The best player on this team currently cannot stay on the floor consistently enough to give you a window or at least a vision, Nico, of what the team could look like going forward, because the future is already here with the 19-year-old.
Yep.
How quickly do I start building around that? And do I need to shed whatever weight is on this team that keeps me from building that future? Because you're not going to win a championship, compete deep into the playoffs within the next 2 years.
So let's just say the Mavs are offered expiring money and 1 to 2 very mid, as the kids would say, picks. Like, how is that going to help Cooper get any closer to winning a championship? Like, it's,
and I guess what I'm trying to eventually, what I'm really saying is, you're not close to doing that in the next 2 years. So whether you get something for AD that's good or something that isn't as good, you're not close to the top 4 or 5 teams in the Western Conference right now.
Well, yeah, but taking back a bunch of nonsense isn't going to get you
and
closer.
I'm not saying you do that either.
I get you further, actually.
Yeah.
But by definition.
But what I'm saying is,
but why not play the lottery out in case? Let's just say that a miracle happens and they just get the number 4 pick.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm saying that's fine.
It's a good player.
That's even more reason for me to potentially go out Anthony Davis, because I can't trust that he's going to be available. My whole ethos is
wait, time out. If you get the number 4 pick, let's just pretend and this is that would be like Bobby would self-combust for number 4.
No,
he can bust
all over this table.
Combust
all over this table. Is it his energy?
I didn't hear what he said, and I think I'm glad I didn't hear what he said.
His energy, everyone.
God, dude.
Let's just.
And yes, I know the tough part about this whole scenario is too, you have no control of your picks from 27 to 31. So you have to win going into next year. Like, I understand that.
So is it not feasible that let's pretend that when we do the Tankathon spin tonight in the last segment, that the Mavs get the number 4 pick and they just take whoever 4 is, Avent, whoever it is. Now you have a player, you have a really high pick on Cooper's timeline. Couldn't maybe Kyrie and AD be really good supplemental players to 2 very good young players?
What's the word you just used? Yes, but what's the word you used?
Could.
Maybe and could. I'm tired of maybe and could with Anthony Davis.
But being tired and being like, I'm tired of this. I want to move on right now.
I'm not saying to move on right now.
I'm tired of this. That might
that's too damn bad. Keep going. Stop, please. You were cooking.
You ever seen the movie Holes?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a great movie. You should watch it.
Yeah, it is really
But
good.
hey, look, Tim Cowlishaw, the venerable Tim Cowlishaw.
The vet.
Someone I work with, someone Ron worked with at the Dallas Morning News. He just tweeted within the last.
He's funny.
Within the last what time is it? Within the last 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. Thank God. I was like, where did this happen?
That was combusted right there.
He tweeted a few weeks ago.
No, because you heard Charles Barkley today.
Yes.
And again,
he's over it.
Charles Barkley.
Yeah, he's over it.
I love beyond all reason.
Yeah.
Like, I was so. This morning, I was trying to get my power rankings out, but like Inside came on at like 10 o'clock in the morning.
It's probably the earliest
Chuck's
ever worked.
And it's like Shaq ran through the wall, and I was
crazy.
loving it.
Yeah.
The Chuckster was in mid-season form, but it's like the same Chuckster who, like, before the season was saying that this Mavs team could come out of the West. Today the Chuckster said, move on. If I was running the team, I'd say, you know what? It's Cooper's team now. So basically, Chuck is advocating for this. Just trade AD for whatever you can to get him out of here. And Tim Cowlishaw is echoing it. Tim Cowlishaw, our good friend. The next offer Mavs get on Anthony Davis, injured again, is the one they should take. Basically, doesn't matter what it is. You will never get 25 cents on the dollar for his talent. And like I said,
Tim tweeted that.
That's easy to say from an ivory tower. That dude is not a stakeholder in this. I don't value his opinion at all.
To me, it's just like, if something good surfaces between now and February 5th, then that's a different conversation. But if the trade market stay the way it appears now, to me, I would rather wait until the offseason, see where the Mavs end up, see if they end up in the lottery, and just do this more strategically. So maybe he's traded in the offseason. And someone else, I think, is it Connor Phillips? Am I remembering his name right? It was like, what's going to be better in the offseason? In the offseason, there is more optionality.
Yeah, it's more money available.
It is the offseason is more conducive to trading players with high salaries and big contracts. It's the same conversation. It's the same thing the Bucks are wrestling with now. The Bucks, who do not want to trade Giannis under any circumstances, but the Bucks are like, can we at least get to the offseason? So we like doing it at the deadline. It's a lot harder.
Let's take our final break here. We'll continue this conversation because I have one specific question that I would like to have hopefully answered based off of this whole discussion. We'll dive into that next. But we want you to become part of our DLLS Sports family. It is the happiest time of the year, and we want you to join us.
Did you say happy?
Yeah.
Merry,
happy. It's Christmas Day.
Are the vibes in here happy? That's news to me.
Anyway, hopefully you're having.
We've been laughing.
Yeah, exactly.
Me and Ron. Yeah. Y'all want to kill each other.
That's not true. I woke up, had a great day. My daughter got the chance to open up her fantastic Christmas gifts. Spend time with family. And we want you to become part of our family here at DLLS Sports. The easiest way that you can do that is to scan that QR
Unalive
code.
each other, sorry.
yes, TikTok language.
Yeah.
What?
No, just
Keep going. I'm trying
not.
not to get our channel demonetized.
You can scan the QR code right there or go to alldlls.com to become a diehard member. When you do, you get a free t-shirt upon sign up. You get 20% off our events. You also get access to all of our premium content, including the stylings of our guy Ron Harrod Jr. covering your Dallas Mavericks, Clarence E. Hill Jr. and Ali Jawad covering your Dallas Cowboys, Jeff Wilson covering hot stove season when it comes to the Texas Rangers, and Sean Shapiro and Sam Nessler covering your Dallas Stars. We've had so much to offer, including our member-only Discord, where you can hang out with us and we hang out with you. And we talk about anything when it comes to pro wrestling, movies, basketball, baseball. We talk about all of it in our member-only Discord. And anime as well, for sure. And if you still haven't found the perfect gift for your favorite DFW sports fan in your life, I encourage you to go to store.allcitynetwork.com. Check out our fabulous merchandise that we have, including our branded Bills DLLS mashup hats that we have already available for you right now. Our All City headwear and our brand new styles as well. Again, check out store.allcitynetwork.com for our fantastic lineup of our hats and merchandise available for you. It's never too late to get the perfect gift for your DFW sports fan in your life. Again, store.allcitynetwork.com and become a diehard member while you're there as well. As we finish up here on our post-game show, thank you again so much for joining us here and spending some time with us here on your Christmas holiday. I do have one specific question. As we've been talking about, obviously, the lead story from tonight's game, Anthony Davis leaving with about 9 minutes left in the second quarter with right groin spasms, had to leave the game and did not return as the Mavericks fell to the Golden State Warriors tonight on the road. We've been discussing what the next steps could look like for Anthony Davis as far as trade this year or in the next, into the offseason. The question I would have would be, what does good look like for the Mavericks? We're talking about you don't want them to take a bad offer or a less than stellar offer. What do they consider good as a potential return for an Anthony Davis? What do
I don't know that they can pinpoint it as we speak, because right now they know, especially after this, and again, let's see. Do they shock us and announce that he's fine for the Sacramento game? I wouldn't anticipate that, but I guess anything's possible. But, I don't know that we can identify what would be good at this point. But to me, Cooper is already so good. He's going to win Rookie of the Year. And then next year, he's going to be even more ready to take another step. And so, I wouldn't want to just trade AD. If the central return of AD in an AD trade is just a big expiring, that just brings tax relief, how is that going to help Cooper Flagg? Like I said, if this draft goes well and they get another player on his timeline, and now Kyrie and AD are the third and fourth most important players on the team, who, in those roles, does it look different? Right now, you said it. The load AD's been carrying has been massive, and maybe it's just too much. Maybe it needs to be
My concern on that would be financial more than role. If your third and fourth most important players are making $100 million combined, that is bad. Hey, that's just not the way it's supposed to be.
The payroll is a mess. There's no. It's been
you can't trade. You can't take back money. They're going to be a second apron team. The financial crisis. All right, whether you're watching the news or the sports news, there's a looming financial crisis, folks. All right, it's serious.
Kyrie was re-signed at a very good number for what he can do.
Sure,
when he's
still over $45
million bucks next year is going to be tough.
Yeah,
and we still hope that he's
Kyrie.
80% of
Okay,
what
but
we
Coop's on his rookie deal.
You get value for that.
Yeah, but if you're in the second apron because you're paying Caleb
it
Martin
matter.
$15 million to catch
those are the issues. Those other contracts. It's not.
Well, sure, but
like,
if any
it's
team's
affect his
third
timeline.
best player is making $55 million, that's a
bad deal.
That's bad.
That's a bad deal.
I think my main point, this is kind of changing course, but I do have a bone to pick with the game tonight.
Okay.
If I don't want to just completely change the subject, but I'm going to. So if
HLC could do that.
If we want to help Coop, all right,
shoot.
He played 8:42 of the first quarter. It's 12 minutes. He got 2 shots. No free throw attempts. A lot of possessions where he didn't touch the ball. In fact, a lot of possessions where he didn't move. Of all the Mavs to play in the first quarter, of which there were many, there were 9 of them. Only 2 players took fewer shots than Coop. One of them, Najee Marshall, played 3 minutes. The other, Brandon Williams, took 4 free throws. So in the first quarter, Coop took as many shots as Draymond Green. That is dumb.
Yeah, that's not
dumb.
It's happened a lot this year too.
Yeah, it's very dumb, and it hasn't happened as much lately against Denver. He was
changed.
very aggressive, but it's like,
would you like to see him play all of the first quarter? Would you like?
I don't care. I don't care. Whatever works for him.
Okay.
But what I don't want to
shots up.
what I don't want to do is they did the thing tonight where it's AD stand 18 feet from the rim in the middle of the floor. We're going to give you the ball and just see what happens.
See what happens. Yeah,
it's like that crap belongs in 2008 with a player that's way better than AD has ever been. Like, you cannot run your offense like that. And so I want to see Coop more involved. I think a lot of Mavs fans have recognized, like, when PJ's in the game, obviously PJ's looking for his own shot. So it's Najee, PJ, AD, and then Brandon Williams comes in off the bench. These guys are all trying to get their games off.
They're all trying to get their games off.
Need to establish some sort of hierarchy. That's never going to happen if it's like 5 guys playing for themselves out there. I don't mean to say that Coop should be the be all end all Luka level son around. Like, I don't want that. But like, he is your best player on offense, whether AD is healthy or not. And I think the team should run accordingly. If this season is about losing, then maybe you shouldn't give Coop the ball at all because he's really good. But I do think if he's the future, then you should probably be giving
he's
him
not
the
going to
ball.
go for that. I mean, and that's the thing.
Well, no, I'm saying you need to give him the dang ball.
Flagg,
He can't just be sitting out there watching a guy on the minimum contract take 15 shots.
He would not want to hear any of this. I'm sure
I'm not saying that he should sit. I'm saying if he's on the floor, he should touch the ball.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't even referring to your rant. I was more talking about the
tanking.
Yeah, just like
gotcha.
This team needs to lose.
I was about ready to fight.
No.
I was about ready to go.
I'm just saying,
cuffs, Mark.
I'm just saying all my stuff about putting all the emphasis on May. Cooper Flagg doesn't want to hear that. He's a competitive guy and
team player.
Yeah, he wants to.
And I could appreciate that. I could 100% appreciate that. The situation around him dictates that something else needs to happen in the form of trying to figure out how do we quickly find a way to not only get some salary cap relief, some financial relief, also try to find a way to recoup a couple of picks to be able to help build around him. Like, I feel bad for him because he is such a maniacal competitor that he finds himself in a situation where the guy that would be his running mate cannot be relied on to be on the floor for consistent stretches enough time to allow him to be in competitive enough situations right now.
Well, and that's kind of even a big picture take. It's like the little picture, like the here and now, right now, for Saturday's game against the team with the worst record in their own conference. If AD is out, they have one center that is a rotation player in the NBA, Daniel Gafford, and he's not playing like an NBA player right now.
And he's not healthy.
They have 2 point guards, Nembhard, 2-way player, Brandon Williams,
former 2-way
minimum
player.
contract.
Yeah.
Their third point guard is not part of the team, basically, at all, in D'Lo.
No.
All of the Mavs' best healthy players right now play Cooper Flagg's position. That is the situation. That is not good. That's not good.
Yeah, and then, I mean, fellas, we're almost an hour into this podcast. No one has said Klay Thompson, 7 points, you're -4, he goes home. He's making a lot of freaking money.
I mean, I'm not gonna bang. I'm not gonna personally bang on Klay tonight. Like, the team,
he's making a lot of money. He didn't do anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that horse.
Like, those are the players.
That horse.
If we're trading any players that should be getting traded, Clay, Caleb, Daniel. Look, these are the players that make big numbers that like don't actually help winning.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna I'm not saying that now. Again, these players are probably almost impossible to trade, which is why they're on the team. But I'm saying if there was a way to get off of contract for next season and you can't get anything for AD, if you can get off the Clay, the Gafford, the Caleb Martin, who again are not contributing to actually winning basketball games, but are making money, that would do good for your books and technically would help you for next season. Now, I don't know how likely that is, but maybe if teams are begging for Daniel Gafford, maybe you're saying, hey, if you want Gafford, you're going to have to take Caleb Martin.
I would not take that approach from the Mavs.
No.
Absolutely not. First offer, I'm taking the Tim Cowlishaw approach with Gafford. First team that wants him, take him. I don't care. Got to get off that money, dude.
It's a lot of money Gafford's
That guy
on.
is not. I know that by this time next year, he'll be fine. He'll probably be even good.
Still a lot of money.
But
Did we accomplish anything tonight?
No,
We haven't done the Tankathon spin either.
we haven't done anything.
We need to do super chats as well.
Super chats,
Chat.
no Tankathon, no nothing.
What segment are we in?
Last one.
We've had no good opinions.
Everyone loves us, though.
Let's get
I
to
appreciate
some
that.
of these-
Arguing about
Let's do
trades.
super chats.
Ron, who is trading for Caleb Martin?
Don't let us go off the air
Look,
without
man.
a Tankathon spin.
No, good. No, we're gonna get to it.
I have no idea who's trading
I
for
have a
Caleb
weird
Martin.
feeling
I'm sorry.
Nobody.
Classic State Lover with 1, 2, 3, 4, $5.99.
Hell yeah.
Big classic.
Shout out to you. Appreciate you spending the rest of your Christmas money on us. Thank you so much for your contributions.
All day long,
Well, we got
wearing a mask of false
I'm sorry,
bravado.
The first one, and trying to forget you is just a waste of time. That's a lyric, I'm assuming.
Yes, it is.
What did I say? Got our Christmas present face plant. Yeah.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
you did call it in the pregame show.
sirree.
AD injuries are a turd avalanche.
It's a good way to
Yeah.
describe it.
Just a bunch of poo falling.
AD stays out just long enough to mess up chemistry.
No.
Hey, get rid of him before a career-ending injury. Now,
Oh,
that I will
career-ending.
stop down
Good
on for
God.
like 10 seconds. That's the other part about the AD situation, too, is the longer this goes on, it is a ticking time bomb. Like, you're just waiting. Every time we watch him play, it is unfortunate because he's so damn good. Every time we watch him play, every time he falls, it's like, oh, is he going to get back up? Oh, is something else going to happen? Like,
Has he ever had a major injury though? Like what?
he's had, I mean,
Like he's. I mean, not gonna. I don't want to get a major
can't chronicle
injury.
it off the top of my head right now, but my point is, you cannot
Define major.
Like ACL, Achilles.
You cannot
No.
continue to me
Meniscus.
to operate
Yeah.
that way, where every night could be the end. I mean, it could be for I know people will say
Yeah.
that could be for any NBA player, but particularly for one who's had a story injury history like him, it's a ticking time bomb. That's what it is. Demary's with the $4.99 super chat. Merry Christmas, guys. Love watching y'all after the games. Thank you so much.
Yay.
Appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Ira with the $2 super chat. Stein, who's a worse GM, Nico or the Sabres Adams?
Kevin Adams recently lost his job.
Yes.
Oh, so they got
Rip.
something in
Rip.
common.
Yeah, in fact,
Rip.
earlier,
Sounds like yes.
earlier this season there were Fire Adams chants.
Oh,
Sabres
see,
games.
Mavs fans are trailblazers.
Nice.
No
Nice.
Portland.
Now Jarmo Kekalainen is the new Sabres GM, and my Sabres will be here on New Year's Eve.
Ooh, are you going?
I might even have to stop in and see if Luds and I are going to throw some hands before the game.
You don't want to do that.
That
Stay
will be
far
the
away
last
from
time
here.
Mark Stein ever appears on DLLS.
Just wear that sweater. Don't wear a Sabre sweater.
Why am I'm terrified of
Matthew,
Luds.
I would be too. I mean, he can fight.
He can fight.
Matthew Hooks with the $5 super chat. If you stay in the 80 business, you are saying let's screw up Coop's youth.
Oh,
He is unreliable. You should go out now. You should get out now. The money alone is catastrophic.
I don't think that 80 being on the floor is bad for Coop or being on the team is bad for Coop. By
Good
all
player.
accounts, 80's a good dude, good
Yeah.
player, obviously.
Yeah.
not ball hog.
I also don't think, I mean, in the NBA, it's not like the NFL where in the NFL, if you got a good rookie quarterback, you better win while he's on that rookie contract because otherwise he's going to be playing with the Chiefs wide receivers or the Ravens wide receivers when it comes time to pay him or the Bills wide receivers. No disrespect, Mark.
Look at you balling over there. Let's go.
But in the NBA, it just doesn't really work that way in the NBA. Oftentimes, you don't win until you're on your second or even third contract. So it's how they manage the money doesn't really waste anything. It does potentially put you in a position to hurt whenever that guy is on a second deal down the line. It's all just spreadsheet nonsense, unfortunately.
Classic St. Lever comes back in with the $1.99.
Oh, don't even say it. Don't jinx it. Don't.
Yeah, first of all, I don't like to talk like that. But secondly, I hear that line of thinking often. Like the other, it presumes that like only the Mavs and this chat room have considered that possibility,
Which is crazy.
and the other teams haven't. The Hawks are going to call and offer Jalen Johnson in that New Orleans pick because they need a big. I mean, exactly.
Clip that.
That
Share
was
it.
sarcasm.
Clip that.
Yes,
Put it all over the internet.
That was sarcasm.
No, it wasn't. That was serious.
Sarcasm.
Please clip that. And
Newsflash.
link to our
They're
YouTube
not.
channel.
They're not trading that.
Jalen Johnson is untouchable. Let me underline that and put a capital U. And they are not trading that New Orleans pick. Like it has,
That's untradeable.
it has dawned on these other teams that AD has an injury history, and that's why the fear is the offers between now and February. How good can they possibly be?
There was only one GM that didn't give a rip about the injury history, and he's out of a job right now. Like every other GM understands everything that you're saying. You have to think about, hey, these other GMs, like, hey, they have medical staffs that are saying, hey, look, this is the 30 injuries or however many he's had in his career. This, and this. He probably has this. He probably has that. If you do this, this is the chances that this will happen. Like they have these resources already in house. So again, if you want them to trade them, but these teams are not going to offer anything. I mean, Stein, we're talking about possible Hawk stuff. There's no Jalen Johnson available. There's no Reese Shea available. There's no New Orleans pick available. Who are you taking back? Just Byron Porzingis
and expired Porzingis contract and some low picks.
Yeah, here goes Porzingis and JT Toppin. Win the championship with that.
And even Porzingis' contract
He's from Dallas.
Even Porzingis' contract is not close to AD's number. Like
no, you'd have to have some more in there.
It's hard to imagine that there isn't at least one contract in that hypothetical deal that you don't want. And the Mavs already have a slew of contracts they don't want. A slew. I mean, look, AD, there's no getting around the injury history and how much time he's missed so much time as a Mav. But when he has been out there, he's played at a level that who else has come close to that? There's so many other guys you can name that might be just as hard to trade, even though their salaries are much, much lower than AD's because they're not even producing. Like, I think the guy sitting to my left has been wondering, like, Gafford on this good contract, this tradable contract, but the way... But
don't say anything.
Like,
let the record show I've never agreed that it's a good contract for my own reputation.
And I guess
my friends would kill me.
That felt good to say out loud.
Yeah,
tradable. It's a much more tradable contract.
Yes. I do agree on that.
Than AD's, and even that right now I think would be a challenge.
The frustrating part for me about this whole discussion when it comes to this particular player and Anthony Davis is, okay, fine, you continue to keep him. He continues to get injured. What do you expect offers to be? You expect offers to potentially get better into the offseason as he gets older and continues to get
it's easier to do it.
What I'm saying is I think there's a better chance of a palatable scenario in the offseason than there is in February. That's all I'm saying. There is a better chance that with time in the summer, with more optionality,
more money available,
something will be more palatable than what is likely to present. I would love to be wrong. If some great offer materializes between now and February 5th, by all means do it. Take it. But I would not do what Tim Kalishaw said and just take any offer that comes in 25 cents on the dollar. No, I wouldn't do that because AD is still there. He is a special talent. We've seen it in the last 10 games. You don't just trade a player like that for the sake of it. Like,
yeah, again, I'm not saying that you do that. I guess the question I'll need to have defined as time goes on is what constitutes good? Because until that question gets answered, we'll just keep spinning circles on it, to be honest.
There was a famous court case about this thing. You can't define it, but you know it when you see it. It's a lot like corn.
Lanner, I don't know.
Tanner liked that one. Thank God someone got it. All right, thank God.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Tough crowd.
I was like wetting myself under the table. Man, I feel like a real dumbass.
Have we done all these?
No. Lanner with the $5 super chat. Objective for trading AD has changed. The fear is not we don't get good value for him. The fear is we are stuck with him because he gets injured 2 to 3 more times.
That's what I was. To be fair, that is exactly what we were thinking whenever they traded for him 10 months ago. The thing that I would I feel like I'm half team KG and half team Stein. Like I feel real like this is like a Jacob and Edwards situation. I just want everyone to win right now.
Know that reference?
Who's that?
Do you know that reference? Of course.
You ever seen the Twilight?
Do you even know what that is?
Quadrilogy?
That's all right.
Regardless.
That's all right. You could.
Anyway, what was I talking about?
I have
torn
no
between
idea.
the ideas of
so basically it's like what you don't want to do is say, all right, well, he's played well for 2 weeks. He's incredible. Oh no, he's hurt. We need to trade him right now. Like you got to have whatever the conviction is, you got to stick to it. And that's the other teams in the league, kind of like what Mark is saying. A couple of them are dumb. Unfortunately, none of them want to trade for him. But most of the GMs know whether he's playing well or whether he's hurt. They know his history that when he's healthy, he plays well. And when he's hurt, it kind of sucks. So I don't think that any recent event will change any other team's approach. So I don't think that any recent event should affect how a Mavs fan feels about this because it's going to be the same thing. That said, all we are left with is the annoyance and the pain and the agony of reality. And that realization is more sobering than any trade return will ever be for Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
It's just you and your thoughts at the end of the day. When those lights go down, there's no one else there. Anthony Davis is going to be a Maverick for a long time.
Oh, is that a threat?
Which to that point is why I feel so strongly about it because they know this with him. So why would a team come with anything better than anything that they would offer originally for him? Because they know what we all know is when he's healthy, he's good. When he's hurt, he's not available and can't help your team. So why as a team would I offer anything enticing enough to try to make these offers better?
So your take, to be exact, is trade Anthony Davis just to purely get off the money. I don't care what we get back.
Whatever the best offer is, whether it's at February 5th.
So trash.
Whatever
we have
the
to
best
assume
offer
it's trash
is,
right now.
You move him. Whatever they constitute is good.
So if they offer that camera right there,
what'd you say?
You're good with that. That's what they're going to offer.
And I'm saying that the offers that they will get for him, I don't think will be good regardless.
So you're saying we're taking KP with Potts, who is physically unable to play basketball right now, not because he doesn't want to.
At least I get off his money. At least I get off his money.
And the 20th pick and probably next year draft or something
I do think that if you're able to just trade him for an expiring contract, that's not great because that salary slot could be useful in a trade for a player with long-term money, but I don't know.
I mean, that's probably the best case scenario, though.
Wait for the summer,
KP. Yeah. I'm just using that as an example.
That's not a great scenario, though, because making money disappear doesn't help you. You still can't replace him. That's the problem.
And they don't have a pick next year. They can't be bad.
But you're already over the apron to the point where the best you would have is the taxpayer mid-level. If you make AD's money completely disappear, you could get to the veteran mid-level. But that's not getting you like a no
You're
offense.
You're getting D'Anthony Melton,
a good player. Yeah. It's getting you a guy.
D'Anthony Melton, you're a Maverick.
The Mavs currently have a lot of guys. They need good players. And so trading AD for air is not helping you get good players. All it's doing is saving Patrick DeMont a lot of money. All right, and he's Lord knows how. They're just giving money away. All right, check the news. They're just giving it away. They got too much money. I don't know what to do with it. Here, take it.
The money isn't the problem here. But I mean, that's why I'm asking KG. I just want to pure what is the take that hey, we need to get the heck away from this guy. And if that's the take, it's the
once
take.
We learn what is good for them, you take it and move off. The business is too risky.
Hey, Mavericks, here's this table and a pick. KG's like, you know what? Well, that's the best we've gotten.
If Matt Riccardi and Michael Finley think that's a good offer, they're the ones running the show.
Oh, so you're putting it on them?
That's their job. That's their job to
KG's
suss that
thing is,
out.
I don't want to say
That is their
what
job.
is good or bad. I'm putting it on the GM.
That's their job, not mine.
But really, what's going to happen is it's going to be a community decision, and Patrick Dumont's ultimately going to have to decide who in that room is he listening to the most.
And
Awesome.
Thank
to
God.
be
That
fair,
is awesome.
I could feel
is
good
that what
about
we're
that.
comfortable?
Awesome.
Is that what we're
Amazing.
comfortable with?
Awesome.
I'm just telling you what it. I'm just telling you what it is.
Yeah, no, that's true. And
It's getting worse by the
awesome.
second.
That guy gets to make the final call. Great.
I mean, he
Goodness.
did buy the team, so I mean that's what you get when
Well,
you.
he didn't buy it, but we're not gonna get into that because for what? Lanner again with the $5 super chat. True or false? We would have gotten more value had we traded him as soon as possible after Nico was fired versus
No,
today.
it's not true.
Are we
I'd
more
say
desperate
false.
then or
It's
now?
not true.
Will only get worse.
I would
It's
say
not true.
false. I would say false.
I would.
You know,
It's fan theory.
I
Reddit
do
theory.
think letting I'm going to be honest. Feeling bad after a loss and feeling great after a win is riveting, and it makes life worth living.
Yes.
But sometimes whenever you're especially if you're like a diehard fan of the team, or if you have a problem with a certain player or whatever, every day feels like a lifetime. Like you're Gandalf just wasted on the mountainside after slaying the Balrog. Every day feels like the whole expanse of the universe. That just isn't the case, though. You know, it's just not the case to every other team. Just imagine how miserable Warriors fans are thinking about Jonathan Kuminga. I haven't even thought about Jonathan Kuminga in like 2 hours. All right, so you know, there's situations like that on every team, and it
Yeah.
usually doesn't ever get worse unless something like materially changes.
Classic Saint Lover back in with 2 more $1.99 super chats. I wish no injury on anyone.
Based.
Agreed. I wish he could stay healthy. Agreed.
Based.
Because when he's
Part two.
Cook. I said it yesterday, or said it 2 days ago. When Anthony Davis is
I'm
on
sorry
the
for yelling,
floor,
Tanner.
he is phenomenal. There has never been a question about Anthony Davis's talent. He's a phenomenal basketball player, top 75 player of all time. Can he be on the floor? That's the question. Ozzy D, $4.99 super chat. AD has a ring because they essentially played a 21-game mini season after the pandemic. He was rested
Oh,
and
God,
had less chance of
Ozzy.
getting hurt.
Stop it, Ozzy. He's a champion. And it's one of the greatest, really, runs a center's had in the last, decade? 15 years? Like, yeah, he was a forward in that run. But Anthony Davis was so good in the. I don't want to lessen how good he was in the bubble just because it was
And he had
the
a top
bubble.
2 player. of
Brian
all time
Smith
on
asks,
there.
Like-
what is the definition of insanity? Well, it is this discussion is the definition
Yeah.
of insanity.
Keeping it going. Chelsea.
Tankathon time. Let's
All
bring
right.
it up.
I'm laying the groundwork here. The Mavs currently in 9th position,
Ooh, look at those Wizards.
meaning they have a 20.3% chance to move up into the top 4 and a 4.5% chance at the number 1 overall pick to
So
date.
wait, before you hit it, stop.
No, to date, we've done 4 spins. The Mavs have stayed the same 1 time.
They moved
They've
down.
moved up 0 times.
But am I
They've
reading
moved
this
down.
correctly? That as of today, they have the 9th worst record in the league.
Correct.
That's right.
So they already, that zone I was talking about, 5 through 9, they're already in that zone, and presumably they could get worse. So they're already in that zone of like, they haven't moved up yet in our spins, but again,
Top 8's pretty
12
good in this draft.
So
man.
close.
12 of the 35 teams between 5th and 9th in the past 7 drafts have moved into the top 4.
And they still got 2 games coming up against the Hornets and 3 against the Jazz, folks. This is huge.
Oh, man.
They're only a half game ahead of the Jazz. for
That made me
11th.
feel something.
Or yeah.
This
That
is
is
huge.
Yeah.
Will this be the first time they've moved up?
I have a feeling.
It will be.
I have
All right.
a feeling.
In 3,
Number 4.
2,
Number 4.
1.
Come on, 1 or 2. Come on, 1 or 2. No!
Yeah. Oh, no. They fall again?
They lost.
Oh, it
Stay
stays
the
the same.
same.
We're. Goodness gracious.
Tankathon.
Oh, the OKC Thunder.
Clippers
Oh,
get-
no.
the OKC Thunder.
For the 3rd time since we've done this,
NBA
the Thunder
cooked.
get a top 4 pick.
The NBA's cooked, bro.
At this rate, the Thunder stink.
Boozer to the Thunder.
Until
That won't be
especially
fun.
every time they play the Spurs. See what the Spurs did to them again today? 3rd time in last 13 days the Spurs beat the Thunder.
They could
So
use
the Thunder
Boozer
have
against
moved
that Thunder.
up 3 times. The Mavs have moved down 3 times.
Awesome.
That's not
The
fun.
Mavs have stayed the same twice. It's Wizards 1, Thunder 2, Kings 3, Hornets 4. Ron, the Wizards got the 2nd pick the last time we spun, so they're on fire right now.
Man, it's. I'm watching.
But it's the 3rd time the Thunder have moved into the top 4 because of the Clippers or Utah.
Yes, the Thunder have gotten
No,
the
because
4th
Utah's
pick.
pick is top 8 protected.
They've gotten the 4th pick, the 1st pick, and the 2nd pick.
Ah,
The Mavs have had 0 top 4s.
Yay! It only takes one time, though, everybody. It takes
Clippers are
one
hot.
time.
They won 2 straight. Clippers are hot right now, man.
Need them to
2
keep
straight
winning.
wins, man.
We need them to
And
get
the
scorching.
rest of the league needs to lay down.
Oh, to lay down, huh?
Yeah, let the Clippers roll over.
Yeah, just let the
Okay.
Clippers win.
It wasn't the most inspiring show on Christmas, was it?
That was great.
I had a ball.
We still have 213 loyal supporters still watching on Christmas. Probably with some nice eggnog in their hand.
Someone out there's like, man, what was the turning point of the game?
Al Horford going 4 for
They
4
didn't care. They
from the
didn't care.
3-point line.
They
in the
wanted
first
trade
quarter.
talk.
Yeah.
Spin.
Al
Someone
Horford
else
is
on the
We
pod.
didn't get Ron's review either.
We did get Ron's review. I made sure
Barely.
we got there. We got there.
AD's probably getting traded over the weekend. You heard it here first.
Okay.
Clip.
Aggregators.
Yeah, they're coming. From a DLS
Mavs
Mavs
Listen, if any of you out there ever take what I say seriously, that is on you.
You, brother.
All right? That is on you.
You heard it there.
Yakijin had a bad Christmas?
Mine was worse.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh, no, he said
Oh,
his spin
it's
was
Tankathon.
worse.
Oh,
His spin was
Oh,
worse.
you got the Mavs dropped.
That was
10.
getting sad for no reason.
Thank you so much for joining us here on our riveting DLLS Mavs post-game show. We are off tomorrow, but we are back on Saturday.
Only 3 of us will be arguing on Saturday because
That's
Bobby
right.
has ditched us.
That's right.
I'll be stirring it up.
Myself, Ron Harrod Jr., and our National NBA insider Mark Stein will be with you on. Oh, jeez! Like really, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Oh,
Here on Saturday, our pregame show will begin
I never
at
would've-
3:30
see that coming.
p.m. here on Saturday afternoon as the Mavericks visits the Sacramento Kings and Bobby's favorite Russell Westbrook. So looking forward to that.
Should have been a Mav. Hey, all of you, I don't even want to do it. Taking a victory lap over Russell Westbrook is really weird.
it's a low point.
Uh,
It's a really low point in this fandom.
Russell Westbrook would be playing for this team. D'Angelo Russell isn't. So that's just.
That's right.
You know.
D'Angelo Russell,
Well, yeah.
DNP-CD tonight.
Yeah.
Did not touch the floor
Man.
against his former Golden State Warriors. Tanner, thank you so much for putting up with us here today on Christmas Day. Hopefully all of you have had a safe and happy holidays.
That's right. Mavs win on Saturday. You already know it.
Oh, because
You
you're not
already
here.
know.
I won't be
You
looking
already
at
know.
Because you're not here.
Yeah.
We'll
3
find
for 3.
out. That is our National NBA insider, Mark Stein. That is our DLLS Mavs analyst, Bobby Crow. That is our DLLS Mavs beat writer, Ron Harrod Jr. I am merely the guy that wants AD to get traded by February 5th. We'll talk to you Saturday at 3:30. Y'all be good. Peace.
Pledge allegiance to the flag, man.
Give him the.
We all silly like the mayor.